So I'm guessing if you clicked on this video, you most likely spent all of 2023 jumping from one side hustle to another, from one business model to another, and then your favorite side hustle YouTuber just posted a video of the top 10 side hustles of the month. So what do? You tune in, you try out a couple of those side hustles during the month, none of them work, and then you're left disappointed and wondering where you went wrong. My favorite influencer just told me these are the best side hustles. Why are they not working? And why can't anything seem to work for me? And that is precisely where the problem lies, guys. If you're new to the channel, my name is Eamon. This is the page where we keep it 100% real about everything e-commerce and business. And speaking of keeping it real, I had to reflect on my 2023, on my 2022, and all the prior years, and all the different businesses that I've tried to start, and all the different side hustles that I've fell for, and all the content on side hustles that I watched. And I realized that, hey, this cannot continue, and this is not the right way for me to succeed in business. So in this video, I want to tell you guys more about the whole side hustle market and industry on YouTube. I'm going to tell you guys what helped me, because I am a survivor of this tragedy, what helped me finally find one business model and focus on it, and the different strategies that I used. So without further ado, let's get right into it. What led me to creating this video was a video that I posted about 2 videos ago about the 2 failed businesses that I started in 2023. And I noticed in a lot of the comments, many people talked about how they've dealt with shiny object syndrome when it comes to starting businesses and finding a hustle to pursue online. So I said, you know what? This is always an idea that I've had, that I've wanted to share and talk about, the whole side hustle market on YouTube. So let me try to break it down for you guys. There's YouTubers out there whose whole content, their whole content strategy is just creating videos about the 5 side hustles of the week, the top 10 side hustles of the month. And the reason why they continue to make these videos over and over again is because they see a certain amount of success with these videos. Now, most of the time, they've not tried the side hustles, because who's going to try 5 different side hustles in a month and actually achieve success in such a short period of time? However, they know that you can't stick to one thing long enough so that you're going to continue to come back and tune in. So how do these content creators make money? It's from their YouTube AdSense. It's not actually from the hustles. So first of all, let's get this one point clear, and I want to get this across to you guys, is when you're watching someone on YouTube talk about online business, make sure they've actually tried that online business. I can tell you guys, I'm never going to post a video talking about a business that I haven't tried. And if I do talk about it, I'm going to tell you guys, hey, this could be a good business to pursue, but I've never tried it. I have no idea if it's going to work for you or not. I just wanted to tell you about it, right? So on my channel is dedicated to TikTok Shop. Why? Because that's what I've actually been pursuing over the past 5 months. It is a new platform, hence why it's only been 5 months. Now I've been documenting my journey. Now, the first step to getting away from shiny object syndrome and side hustle hopping syndrome is to stop watching these kinds of videos. Now, if you're completely new to online business, of course, you're going to watch a couple of videos about what are the best side hustles to pursue. However, if you continuously watch these videos, how do you expect to stick to one business model? How? Every month there's some new side hustle. Every month there's something new and shiny for you to jump to. So of course you're gonna keep going from one to the other. Now, as I shared in that video a couple of weeks ago, I myself had this problem. I have tried Etsy. I tried selling on Amazon. I tried YouTube automation and making those AI kind of videos. I tried AI videos on TikTok, right? And I kept jumping from one thing to the next because that was the new hot thing. However, in August, when I started TikTok Shop, I realized, look, I've spent 8 months of this year just jumping from one thing to another, and I haven't had any success. So I put away all the BS videos that I used to watch, and I sat there for a period of time, about a week or 2 weeks, and I thought, and I just saw everything around me, right? I watched, I always just watch YouTube normally. I was like, you know what? YouTube is something that I want to pursue, right? I had already started pursuing it in May because I know it's a tried and tested business model. We all know YouTubers make a lot of money. And that's something that I also use. An app that I use is TikTok. And then on TikTok Shop started popping up more and more. I looked it up on YouTube and no one was talking about it. So I was like, hey, this is actually a good sign. So what you actually want to do is, if a guru is talking about a side hustle, it's probably already oversaturated, it's too late to start. Try to go find something out there that's new and just be perspicacious and have an open mind. So I came across TikTok Shop. I evaluated for a little bit. I thought about it and I said, hey, I have already done print on demand before. I've already done e-commerce. I think it can function even better on TikTok Shop because it reduces the friction. So that was kind of the thing. I'm going to try TikTok Shop and I'm going to stick to it every single day for the foreseeable future. I didn't tell myself for the next 2 weeks, then I'll try something new. For the next 3 weeks, then I'll try something new. No, I evaluated the business model, right? I didn't look at it as a side hustle. I looked at it as a business model, as a legitimate business. I looked at myself as an entrepreneur and I said, hey, this is something that has a lot of potential. It's still in its infancy. I'm going to try it for the next year, 2 years, 3 years. I don't care. Keep trying it until I succeed in it. Now, the second aspect to this, and as I mentioned to you guys, I was doing YouTube. Now, YouTube, as I mentioned, is a tried and tested business model. So I said, hey, you know what? These two business models align. And I also, even though I only had 50 subscribers at the time, looked at myself as a content creator, as a YouTuber. Because that's how you guys have to think. You have to leave behind the small-minded side hustle mentality of, hey, this is the new hot thing, let's try it out. This is the new hot thing, let's try it out. Try to find something that is either tried and tested, like I did with YouTube, or something that you foresee a lot of potential in, and it's not oversaturated and will have a good return. So the third aspect of this is make sure the business models that you pursue align, right? Because we don't want to put all our eggs in one basket, because as I said, you want to try something for a couple of years, right? But you don't want it to just be something that you can put that amount of time and it completely fails and now you just lost all that time. So find a couple business models that align that you can pursue in parallel. For me, YouTube, I was going to document my journey on TikTok Shop. And then I was also going to talk about, my successes, my failures, make it a really raw kind of documentation of the whole entire journey. So these two business models fit together. Now, when I started, and this is the important point to keep in mind, is neither one of them took off instantly. So that's what you have to keep in mind. Once you find your business model or the business idea that you're like, okay, this is something I seriously want to pursue for the next couple of years, you need to realize that it's not going to take off instantly. Because the gurus are going to tell you, do these side hustles right now to start making $10,000 a month in the next month. That's absolute bullshit. Anything that's worth it is going to take time and is going to take effort. All these millionaire, billionaire founders, they grinded on their hustle for 4, 5, 6, 7, maybe even 10 years before you finally heard about it. So you have to have the same mentality as the really ultra successful entrepreneurs, and you have to look at yourself as one of them. So once you're starting the business or two businesses that are in parallel, make sure you're in it for the long term. The goals that I set for myself were, I'm going to post 2 to 5 times a week on YouTube every single week for the next 3-4 years. And I am going to post on TikTok to, get my TikTok shop up and running every single day for the next 2 to 3 years. If you think I'm lying, go back and watch my old YouTube videos and go back and watch the beginning videos of my TikTok shop journey, because I was looking at the camera and I had achieved nothing and I was telling myself I was going to stick to it no matter what. So you need to have this mentality of, I'm gonna ride this ship until it sinks. These are the two businesses that I've evaluated, that I've thought about. These are the two businesses that I see a lot of potential in, that I fit in, and that I truly enjoy working on, and that makes sense for me. And then you stick to them for the long term. You completely X out, unsubscribe to those YouTubers who constantly post about side hustles, because they're going to constantly give you that shiny object syndrome, right? Once things start going wrong after 2 to 3 weeks, because I can tell you guys, it's not easy. Shit is going to hit the fan. It's going to be slow. You're not going to be getting sales. You're not going to be getting views, but you can never fall back to that really low tier content that is going to destroy your attention span and is going to destroy your business aspirations at the end of the day. Now, what this truly boils down to is having a long-term mindset. If you're always chasing a quick buck, you might do something, like when the whole AI craze was happening, like AI clip art, and it might have worked. Then eventually it could have slowed down, right? Then you find yourself jumping to something else. That happens when you don't have a long-term mindset, and it's the mistake that I always made. Guys, something crazy is I actually started online business e-commerce when I was like 12 years old. my mom trusted me with her credit card, and I was reselling sneakers, right? And at this point, Amazon and eBay still weren't really as popular as they are right now. I would go camp out for sneakers, I would buy them, and then I would resell them and take the profits, and then buy again, resell. And I was doing e-commerce, and then things got a little bit difficult, so I quit and jumped to another thing. So this is such a problem that we've had, a lot of us, for a long time. I'm sure many of you watching this video have been, trying different online businesses for many, many years, but it just never worked out for you because at the end of the day, it comes down to not giving it enough time, right? The business model that I followed on TikTok Shop is actually print on demand, and it's something that I started all the way back in 2022. Now, as I was working on print on demand, it started doing well. It was nothing crazy. I wasn't a millionaire print on demand guy, but I had over like 300 orders within the first couple of months. Then things slowed down. And this is another grave mistake that we make sometimes, is right when things slow down, we're like, all right, it's dead. Let me move on. What's next? What's the new side hustle? What's the new trend? Let me hop on that. Versus sitting there and saying, no, I'm going to evolve my system. I'm going to think about how I can, overcome this obstacle. I'm going to continue on this hustle because it already gave me, some proof that it works, some proof of concept. So had I stayed on print on demand, towards the beginning of 2023 versus jumping to something else, I would have probably picked up on TikTok Shop right then and there, because I would have realized like, hey, I need to evolve my business. What can I do to evolve, the print on demand machine? I would have came across TikTok because I jumped to Etsy, I jumped to YouTube automation. I wasn't able to see the potential there, and it led to me starting TikTok Shop way later than I should have. So the final message I want to leave you guys is find some business models that you enjoy, that are scalable, that go in parallel, that can kind of complement each other well, and just sit back, be patient, man. Be patient. It's going to take time. Now, for me, I had honestly success on TikTok Shop rather quick, but that's because I've already done print on demand before, right? So my experience came in handy there. But it was after, into the second month, I already had hundreds of orders. And on YouTube, I was in the YouTube game I was saying I'll hit 1,000 subscribers in 2 years. I don't care. It took me 6 months, right? So when you just lean back and do the work that you have to do every single day, eventually things are going to look up for you. Trust me when I say that. So in this 2024, man, stick into one thing, make that your resolution, do your research, find the business that you want to pursue, and just grind it for all of 2024. I challenge you guys to work on one business this year, or, the two that go hand in hand. But just keep it at that. Do not jump from thing to thing for this year, and see how much you can accomplish. Just give it a try. At the end of the day, it's just 1 year. So if you don't accomplish anything, oh well. All right, just give me 1 year. Promise me 1 year of working on one thing, and see how far you can get. And I promise you're going to come back to this video and thank me later, because I wish someone had made a video like this for me last year instead of continuously trying to profit off of people. And with that being said, thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, drop a comment down below. Let me know how many side hustles you started last year. For me, the number was like 3 or 4. And I hope to see you guys in the next video. Thank you so much.